A great point. Aaron, let me go to you. I was watching you on with Trace last night. I thought you did a great job, had amazing analysis. Let me go back to the military accomplishment as Israel sadly was forced to go it alone. I think it's an embarrassing moment for our country. Israel did stand with America after 9/11. We should have stood with them in their war on terror. They lost nearly, 1,200 people. How many Israelis were held hostage? How many women were raped? How many babies had their heads chopped off? How many Americans also were taken hostage? But the sheer success and the deep penetration into Iranian territory was beyond impressive to me. I know it didn't surprise you. We have seen past success of the Israeli military, but this took on a great significance to me. I want to get your reaction to it.
Well, Sean, I agree with you 100%. And what I was diving into last night and what I'm going to continue to pontificate here is the fact that Israel's got a lot of experience in dealing with selective operations, which is what last night was. And the Iranians can try and downplay this, but the fact is they're just trying to backhatch this in order to save face, to cover up for their military vulnerabilities, which Israel, I believe, is going to enter into a low-intensity conflict. We're going to see some more of this. Israel hasn't even responded to what they did last night. The reason why is because Israel does its best work in the vanguard, Sean. And I don't believe that Bibi Netanyahu, who's one of our warrior sons, served in our Seret Matkal, or our General Staff Reconnaissance Unit. He doesn't have the luxury of asking for permission when it comes to the survival of our people. And we're dealing with 6 million leaders here. They all serve in the military, and they know the price that we pay. In Hebrew, we say, "Anachnu meshalmim bayoker she'eh lanu medina," which means we pay a very high price to have that Jewish state. And while we support our Americans and we appreciate the help that we had with defusing those 350-plus missiles and suicide drones that were fired into Israel, Iran made a very big mistake, because I'll tell you this, Sean, Israel is a master at targeted assassinations, and we will take out anybody who stands in the way of our survival. And we're going to continue to see more of this quietly, but Iran is the #1 threat. They fund and trained Hamas. Bonuses for coming to Iran to learn booby traps, to learn that entire Nukhba unit, which is the unit that raped and killed those 1,300 people just outside of Gaza in the southern portion, was trained in Iran. Hezbollah, a constant menace on the northern border, which Israel is going to continue to deal with selectively. Also part of that Iran access. The sooner the U.S. gets on board with taking out Iran and treating them as a nuclear threat, like the general said, the sooner there will be peace and stability in the region. And it's a matter of signaling. You cannot allow the IRGC to get close to a nuclear weapon. And we know that in Israel. We don't have the luxury to waste time. For every second we waste, another innocent person can be killed. That's the first thing they teach you in the counterterrorism special operations school. So we don't have time. You're going to continue to see Israel doing more of this.
You know, if I had any influence in the region, I never will, but if a coalition of the U.S. and Israel and Egypt and Jordan and the Saudis and the Emirates recognize the truth that you just spoke, that should be done expeditiously. Otherwise, we could have a Holocaust in our lifetime. We better take
Sean,
that
seriously. We recognize the truth that you speak, and we appreciate you.
All right, we
Amen.
appreciate you. And the Israelis, I'm proud of them last night. They showed a lot of strength and a lot of